Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chibike Obianoju. Okay, today I'm going to make a video. I'm making a video on how to use my food costing and pricing template. Right, so I created two versions of this template. The simple version small business owners, and the more advanced version for a bigger business. Okay, so today I'll be making a video on how to make use of the smaller and simpler version. Now this version is mainly for um, if you prepare drinks, you produce drinks like yogurt, drinks, Zobo. You can also use it for your food. Okay, you can also, if you're a small food vendor, you can use it. It's very easy to use to calculate your costs. Okay, so today we're going to calculate we're going to calculate the cost of Zobo produce. I'm just going to make an assumption that I produced Zobo so that I can use it to teach you how to make use of the template. So these are the ingredients. This is the quantity used. So we are going to calculate it to know whether this Zobo, the selling price of this Zobo at 1,000 naira per bottle is feasible, and whether I'm going to make profit or whether I am actually making profit at the 1,000 naira I am selling it. Okay, now let's dive into business. First, this is the home page. When you get your template, this is the home page. It shows you exactly what to do. Okay, so but the first thing is to go to the video and watch the video and follow every step. It is a very easy to use template, okay, for any food business owner, or beverages, drink, yogurt. Is a very easy template. Okay, then you can access your pages through this menu, and go to your menu list from here. Okay, this is your menu list. So all you need to do is to come here and input your business name here. Okay, and here is where you're going to list out your menu. Now if you're into yogurt business, you can list out all the yogurts that you make, the different sizes, whether it's sweetened or unsweetened, Zobo, kunu, different type of drink, whatever it is that you do, you list it out here. Okay, and then the price that you sell it, that's what this page is for. Okay, the next one is your raw item or your ingredient list of ingredients slash your cost factor. Your ingredients is all the ingredients you use in making everything on your menu list. All the ingredients you use in making everything on your menu list. And the cost factor. Cost factors are the cost factor associated with making that particular item. For example, labor cost, gas, packaging. They are all your cost factor. They are not they are not your ingredient. They are your cost associated to making that particular um, drink or food. Like I said, you can also use it for your food. So if it is your food, maybe you're cooking, you're a small business owner, you're a small food vendor, all you need to do is to bring your ingredients here. So for example, when you go to the market and you buy milk, you buy your everything that you require. For example, like I said, we're going to do Zobo. You buy your Zobo leaf. Okay, it's usually measured in kg. Whatever measurement you put it here. So you measure it per kg. So if 1 kg is 3,500, just put 1 kg 3,500. The template will automatically calculate it for you if it is more than 1 kg, like if you use more than 1 kg. So but make sure you're in your unit of measurement. You're putting the price here for one. Okay, pineapple too is in kg. Cloves, I think cloves, you buy them in pieces. So if you buy like 3 for 1,000, all you need to do is to divide that 1,000 by 3 to get the price per piece. Okay, for pet bottles, the bottles you use for packaging is in pieces. Okay, if you buy 100 pieces of pet bottles, okay, at so and so amount, all you need to do is to divide the total amount by 100 pieces. You get per piece. Now for labor, you can decide, okay, I'll be paying myself 1,000 naira for per an hour, 2,000 naira for an hour, 3,000 naira per hour. Okay, so all you need to do is to say, okay, 1,000 1 hour, one, I pay myself 2,000 naira for 1 hour. You put it there. That this labor now is your cost factor. Now, in the more advanced template, it has its own table. But here, everything is on one table. You can use it. It will still give you the same computation. For your gas, let's say your gas, okay, I put 4 naira here because I've already calculated 1 minute of use of gas is 4 naira. Okay, when you buy the template, you can chat me up and I will teach you how to calculate your gas, how to calculate the price for 1 minute of your usage of your gas. Okay, that's your cost factor. So when you have imputed all your ingredients or your cost factor associated with making a particular meal, making a particular drink, you move over to your base recipe and costing. This is where the costing takes place. Everything is automated. Okay, so all you need to do, you put your business name here. That is all you need to do. All you need to do is input your business name here. That is all. Okay, so now we are going to compute. We are going to compute for Zobo. Okay, so all you need to do, the first step is to start here. You click on the drop down list, select Zobo. Now, the moment you select, let me select something else, for example, see. So the moment you select Zobo, the selling price of that Zobo automatically picks. Now, let's say the quantity I am making is 20 bottles of Zobo. I need to do here is to put 20. I left a note here for everyone that you see a note. Put the quantity produced per time. So I am producing 20 bottles of Zobo. Okay, that's all. That's all you need to do for that section. Now you come down, you click on number 1, you click on the drop down list. The first thing I used for my Zobo is my Zobo list. I click on Zobo. The moment I click on Zobo, every other thing fills. My unit of measurement, my volume, my rate per unit fills. So the next thing I will do is to say, what is the quantity I used? I used the whole 3,500 naira, which is 1 kg. So I'll just put 1. If I used, if I made use of more than 1 kg, let's say I made use of 1.5 kg of Zobo leaves. All I need to do is say 1.5. You see, it will calculate it for me. But since I made use of just 1 kg of Zobo, I'll say 1. I will wanted to use 1, which is what we have here. Then our ginger, okay, you go back to base recipe. Here, I made use of 0.2 gram of ginger. Okay, so you go back to your base, select ginger. Everything fills, and we have 1 kg of ginger to be 10,000 naira. So all you need to do is to come here, 0.2 is 200 gram of that ginger. That is to say, I did not use all the 1 kg ginger to produce that Zobo drink. What I use is some. That is why, as a food vendor, or drink, or whatever you do, so long as it has something to do, you must have your scale. So you can just weigh it at all times. So I use just 0.2 just 0.2 kg, or you say 200 gram of ginger to produce the Zobo. So you click outside, you have 2,000 naira out of 10,000 naira. That is all I used. Then you go to the next one. What is the next one that we used? Pineapple. I made use of 1 pineapple, and that 1 pineapple is 1 kg. So say one pineapple, I made use of just one pineapple, you put one pineapple. So this is the only column you get to fill manually. Every other thing is automated. So you go to the next one, you select cloves. How many cloves did I use? I used about 3 cloves. Come here, 3. It calculates it for you. The next one, pet bottles. So 20 bottles, so I made use of 20 pet bottles at 100 naira for one. Okay. The next one, labor, is 1, which is 1 hour. So I just used just 1 hour to make this 20 percent. I will come back here, select labor. I just used 1 hour to prepare this zobo. The next one is gas. Okay. Let's say I used about since I used 1 hour to prepare, that means I used about 1 hour to, no, I cooked it about, I cooked the zobo for 40 minutes on the fire. I know it's about 40 minutes I used to cook zobo. So I cooked the zobo on the fire for 40 minutes. So just put 40 minutes because 1 minute is 4.3 naira. So you say 40 minutes, it calculates it for you. Okay, as it's calculating it for you, it's calculating the total cost, it's calculating the cost per one, it's calculating the total profit, and it's calculating the profit on one. Okay, so that's it. So the wastage here means allowance for any form of wastage during production. Sometimes during your production there are situations where there's a little spillage or wastage, so we make allowance for it, or I made allowance for it, so that you don't overstate your profit. So if there's a little allowance of 5% on wastages, because usually in the kitchen there could be 1 or 2 spill, in the kitchen. So this is for our zobo. We've done the calculation. Now this is our total cost, this is our cost per one, and this is our total profit. Okay, you can see here that for one pet bottle, this is what it cost us to produce one pet bottle, which is 723 naira, and this is our profit per one. Okay, this is our selling price, this is our profit. Now this will help you decide whether to adjust your cost or to increase your selling price. That is what this costing template is about. It will help you determine whether you're actually making profit or not, because most times you can be you can be producing, making sales, but you're not actually making profit. So now this will help you determine whether you are actually making profit or not. So it's quite a simple template, right? I added a little twist to it. Let's say you want to, because at, just like you have calculated for Zobo, for you to calculate for another one, you will need to come here, select another product, clear this one. You highlight, if you want to clear, you only highlight this place. You only highlight items, clear it, highlight quantity use, clear it, and start selecting for yogurt. Okay, but I added a twist where you don't want to, you want to save the summary of your earlier calculation, all your calculations per day, because probably you want to you keep revisiting it or using it to make decisions, or trying to check, comparative what is happening, whether you're doing better or not. So I added something. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to Zobo. Okay, so you go to your summary page. Do you see? On your summary page, automatically Zobo will appear, because that is your calculation at the moment. Everything, your summary, your revenue, your total revenue, your total cost, everything. I added a note here. If after computation there are still an additional cost you did not add, additional expenses, you can manually impute it here. Okay, let's say an additional expenses of maybe delivery 500, you can add it here. Then you click on record. Now it records that today's production. Today is 14/04/2026. Okay, look at it, 14/04/2026. It's recording today's production. If you can look at it, if you can see that, you see Zobo quantity 20, total revenue 20,000, which is 20 times 1,000 naira being sold. And then you have your total cost, which is 14,460 naira. And then you have other expenses. Everything, your net profit is 5,000 naira. So you can see that on production of 20 quantity of Zubu, you're only making 5,000 naira. So now this will help you make a decision on whether to adjust your cost or to adjust your selling price. That is to say, you can decide to increase your selling price from 1,000 to 1,200 in order to make a little more profit, or you can adjust. It will now help you to look at your cost and know where you can adjust it so that you can make a little more profit, because there could be other expenses associated with this. For example, salary. Maybe you have a little someone helping you. You need to adjust it. You need to include that expenses, which will also bring down your profit. So in order to adjust, in order to, you know um make more profit, you need to look at your cost, know where to adjust your cost to increase your profit, or you increase your selling price. So this template helps you make better costing and pricing decision. So if you're a small business owner, a small food business owner, a you sell yogurt, drinks, Zobo, anything, you know, this template and it has a very affordable rate. Now I produced this small template in two types. This this is VBA. This records automatically, so you need to activate the VBA, which I will drop how to use it, how to activate it on your laptop when you order for the template. Okay, I'll drop it on WhatsApp. The moment you get it with that message on how to activate VBA on your laptop in order to be able to use this. Okay, I will drop it. But if you do not know what to do and you just want to calculate the cost, you don't need this. Okay, you can order the second part of it. This one just has the menu, the base recipe, no summary. All you just need to do is to calculate. That's all you need to do. Just calculate, you get your total, and that's all. You clear it, calculate for another one, and that's it. No summary, no nothing. So anyone you want is available on um, on the link. Click on the link below in the description. You'll find a link. It will take you to where you place an order. It's very affordable. Anyone can and get it, and it will help with your costing and pricing. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned on our channel for more templates and more tips. Thank you.